We'll see what happens now. All right. All I can do is hope for the best. Otherwise, we're just going to do this blurry. It's still blurry. Last year I had such a good picture from here. Oh well. I wouldn't have done it otherwise. Oh well, you guys, I'm sorry. It's just blurry. Let me get the link up in the group. It is what it is. It's just going to be blurry. Nothing I can do about it. Yeah, it's just still blurry. Oh well, maybe tomorrow will be a better connection. All I can do is what I can do. We are kind of far from civilization here, so. I've lost my pen again. Oh, it's very blurry, you guys. I'm so sorry. Well, I'm going to continue. I'm going to cut this piece here. Well, it's pretty beautiful over here, even though, you know, it's blurry. It's blurry and beautiful. And every time we come, we say we're moving, but, you know, that's not going to happen. But it does sound good. Okay, so Carmen says better blurry than not at all. Well, I might have you finish the week out, Carmen, if it's like this again tomorrow. If you wouldn't mind. But I don't know what else to do. All right, so we're going to write in white on this page because today is a white paint pen day. It is August 20th, and it's color on wood. I just shook this pen, and it's still kind of not completely white. Stephanie says, I'll take a blurry Lindsay over no Lindsay. Oh, what? Okay. So here's what I have to talk to you guys about today. This is something I used to sell at Ben Franklin. I don't know if it's still available or not. It's called Barkwood, B-A-R-C, and it is by Arc Crafts, A-R-C Crafts. And they were out of Las Vegas, and I don't see a website here, but it's wood paper. It's actually sticker paper. You can peel the backing off and stick it down. So I cut a piece. Oh, here it is, arccrafts.com, arccrafts.com. And I cut a piece to our standard page size. I don't have a ruler on this trip, so I'm going to guess that this is 5.5 wide by 6 high. Okay. Then I've got these buttons that were larger. It's like my small button here. It's like this smaller button, but it was larger. So hopefully, no, it's just going to be blurry, you guys. Tina, there's no way to get it unblurry. It's the internet connection here. So I this one black, and we're just going to doodle on it with a paint pen. But you can, on this wood that comes from Adorn It, you can stain it with watercolor. You can ink it with stamp pad ink. You can paint it with acrylic paint. So let's try also painting it with watercolor, just so you can see what I'm talking about. I want a yellow or a brown, maybe a brown. Let's see what I got here, brown. But the problem is I don't have a brush. Carmen, you found them? Arc Crafts? Wow, they are still around. They still make this wood paper. It's very cool, isn't it? Well, maybe I don't have a brush. Oh, there it is. In my wine glass, because that's what wine glasses are meant for. Did you guys did you put your water out last night for moon water? I did. In my Sea Rock in snow cup. So I hope you can see that the watercolor just stains it. It's just going to give it a stain. You can color with markers on your wood, but I love staining wood with watercolor. This isn't the one I think I'm going to use today, but I will show it once it dries. It does take a while for it to dry. So that's the tricky part with watercolor on wood, but it makes a great stain. I hope you can see that. Oh no, it looks like it's frozen, but I don't know. So that's watercolor on wood. But I'm going with wood painted with acrylic ink. I've already painted it. There's my pen. All right. And then we need our white pen. So there, see, just a white Posca pen. I'm going to shake it really good because I watched a video from Posca the other day, and it said you don't have to depress the tip every time to get it nice. All you have to do is shake it really good. So we'll see if that works. Let's bring the camera down just a bit. And I just want to doodle on this. Oh yeah, that's nice and white. We're just going to doodle some flowers and some leaves on this. Mostly leaves, hopefully. So this place we're staying at is so cool. They bring you breakfast every morning on a fancy tray. And this morning it's egg bites, blueberry muffins. Can't remember what else. Sausage. Not a sausage eater, but that's okay. Let's see what happened here with my computer. Did it get any better at all? The video for anybody, or is it still really blurry? I could try to find an internet cafe, but I don't want to leave here so early in the morning. So if it doesn't get better and it's still blurry, I'll either ask Carmen to do the videos or we just won't do them. One or the other. But I think Carmen's playing along, aren't you, Carmen? So that might not be a horrible thing. We are counting the days, Carmen and I, to the Ber months, B-E-R, you know, September, October, November, and December. All the Ber months are coming. Very excited about that. It's really cold here at the beach. It's really nice during the morning. We slept with the window open. We leave it open for as long as we can at night, but then you don't want critters coming in. So we did close the door eventually, but it was amazing seeing the moon over the ocean last night. And it was still here this morning. About 6:30, you could still see it. So I took a photograph and Got a nice photograph of the moon over the ocean. Did everybody get to see the moon, I hope? I don't see any comments. Why is that? Let's see. At least I could talk to you guys. Oh, Rebecca says the first day of fall is September 22nd. I cannot wait. Johanna said it was too cloudy in Virginia. Sorry. Anyway, Posca is really fun to color on these painted buttons or whatever wood piece you might happen to have that you're going to use in yours. I wanted to pick up, well, I did. We went to a great driftwood beach yesterday and I picked up a bunch of driftwood, but it's all too wet to color on. So unfortunately, you don't get to see that. But I thought that would be fun. Have you ever seen those driftwood hanging things that they hang pieces of driftwood in or on? They drill a hole in the center and maybe there's a bell hanging off the bottom or a piece of a shell and they make these hanging things. Well, I picked up a bunch of driftwood because when I get home, I'm going to make one of those either for my husband's garden or the front of our house. I would love to have enough driftwood to do a whole like a swoopy garland that goes on the front of our railing on our house, but not sure I could steal enough driftwood for that here. There was a guy with a big pickup truck taking giant pieces of driftwood. And all I can hope is that he's an artist doing something cool with them. Because there's always so much driftwood that, there's always more. There is a beach here called Glass Beach. And last year when we came, they had taken all the signs down to get to it. So unless you were a local or had been there before, you didn't know how to get there. I don't think they closed it, but the reason that they were not trying to get people to go to it any longer is because people had taken so much glass that there's no glass left. And I mean, you don't want the glass because it's a bad thing that it came from somebody throwing a bottle in the ocean. But on the other hand, it's pretty beautiful because it's all beautiful, what do you call it, tumbled glass looking. It's amazing. So we're going to try to go up there today. I don't know where we're going. There's just so many cool beach places. And last year when we were here, we saw whales breaching. And people at this place said, you'll see the whales breaching sometimes. I said, what time of year was that? Because I didn't remember when we were here last year. She said, well, sadly, because of the climate change, you can see whales breaching all the time. And that made me kind of sad. Because they just don't leave anymore. They just hang here and play in the ocean. Yesterday when we got here, I had so much fun making my husband tea. Because they have this tea kettle thing that you plug in. It's the little things for me. And it warms up and heats the water, but it has little lights that go all the way around it. It's like a disco party for tea. It was very cool. Okay, we're almost done with this button. Just doing random doodles all over it. I will take pictures of everything today. So for those of you guys that have left, because I understand that the video is just bad, I wonder if when it's recorded, it'll record and be able to play back better. I'll have to check that. I hate that when I plan to do something and then thank you, Elon Musk, for making it not work. No, not Elon Musk. I can try to do a video without it being on StreamYard, but I think StreamYard would work better than, I think it's just the internet. Just talking it through here by myself. Hey, Brent.
Yeah.
I think there's a turtle rescue somewhere over here. You should look that up.
Okay.
It'd be fun to go see turtles. Okay. Oops. Hang on a second. Tina says she's waiting for paint to dry. Well, that's boring. Boring, boring. Okay, well, my button's just about done here. So I have a quote that has to do with the ocean for today and creativity. Okay, there's our button. Maybe if I just don't go in front of it for a second, it'll show. I don't know. So then I've got this yellow piece of paper, but before that, I have some thin strips of wood that we're going to use on here. I don't think I'm going to peel the back. I have 3 different colors. That's like a birch. This is like a walnut, but I think I want them skinnier. They cut amazing. I don't even know how they do this. And I wish you guys could see it. Is this the same? That's a little darker. I wish it was a better connection so you could see these better. I painted my button with acrylic also. I think I want this one a little skinnier. So I'm just going to use this wood paper right down the center. Just 3 little lines of different colors of browns if you don't have a wood paper. Oh, this one's just solid wood. It's really cool. This would make great like men's birthday cards or like table settings for something, maybe Thanksgiving. Okay, so I'm just going to have those 3 little pieces of wood sticking out there. And I've got a yellow piece that is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. It's going to go down first. It's going to be kind of a simple page. And I want to go further at the bottom, leave more space at the top. This is where my quote is going to go. And my button, oh, I'm going to lose a lot of the wood, but that's okay. So I don't want to go here. So I'm just drawing a little bit around the button. And let me find my quote that I found. I have 2 choices. The first one is not that one, was yesterday's quote. The first one is everybody, what does it say? Everybody's got creativity. Dive in the ocean of infinite creativity. David Lynch. Love David Lynch. The other one is I find comfort and in rhythm of the sea. So I was going to change that to creativity. I mean, why not? It's wet out there. Be careful. I mean, everything's really dewy on that chair. You can get a towel. So I'm going with I find creativity in the rhythm. R-Y. How do you spell rhythm? R-H-Y-H-M. Whoops. R-H-Y-T-H-M. And I'm going to say of the waves, since I'm changing this whole quote. A little bit of fake calligraphy in there. So now it's kind of become my quote, I guess. Oh, and this gets a piece of something. I think this one's good because you can't have a button without threading it. So we're going to thread it. I don't have a pokey tool here, so I have to use my scissors to push it through. Hold on. Behave. So I'm just using a piece of fabric to tie, but you could use yarn or whatever you have. Twine would be cool. This is a very tiny piece of fabric. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to double knot it, but that's okay. That works. Gosh, I wish it wasn't so blurry so you guys could see that. But when I share the photograph of the work, it'll turn out. It'll be really pretty. And we're almost done. Except I might have to watercolor this paper. I don't know. We have must be a foghorn nearby because it is very much foghorning. You know what I mean? You could hear it all night long. It kept my husband awake. It doesn't bother me. I think I want this to be in cursive. I'm going to change the whole lettering style. We want to go back to that Driftwood Beach today. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. There's a guy in this town. His name is Matt Rowland, and he does pottery. And he puts his pottery outside with a little box that says, take what you want and pay me. You can put money in the slot to pay him, or you can Venmo him or PayPal him. And I've got a pot there every time we've come over here, probably for the last 6 or 7 years. And yesterday, his pots are so cool. I'll show that when we get home, but we've already packed it up. It's like a beautiful porcelain pencil holder or brush holder for me. And it has abalone on it, like a giant abalone button, but just kind of random, not perfect. It's just beautiful. So today we have to go back there and get one for Carmen because I sent them a picture. And Carmen wants one. I should have asked yesterday if anybody wanted him, but he's right in town. Anyway, there was a guy there, and I went up to talk to him, and it was an employee of Matt Rowland's, and I told him how much we love his pots and how we've bought them every time we come. I think I got to change this back to C. I don't like waves. I'm going back to C. And just doing basic printing, some, what you call it, cursive, and Broadway. Oh, and there's a little typewriter thrown in here too. All right. Almost done. No, Cindy, I wrote waves in pencil. I was able to change it. You can change anything when it's in pencil. Our favorite radio station is here, so we get to listen to that the whole time we're here, which is really exciting. We bought a big old blanket to sit on the beach today. I have a hard time sitting on the beach, though. I like to collect rocks and shells. Not many shells here, but a lot of rocks and driftwood. And I also like to make art with them on the beach, like do a little mandala and then leave it for somebody else to find. All right, so let's look at this page. Oops, uh-oh. Also, here's an interesting tidbit. I didn't bring any white paper, so this is on the back side of this. Oh, all of a sudden the picture got clear. That's because it's an internet thing. I'm going to glue this down. Where is she? I am in Mendocino at the Sea Rock Inn, Palma. I can highly recommend it. It's the best thing for your soul. The Sea Rock Inn. Well, I'm sure there's other places here, but we stayed at Best Western the first night in Ukiah, which is kind of the middle of nowhere, but I really like the town. But you can really tell the difference between a nice place to stay and a Best Western that's not very well kept up. Because our feet were disgusting. I don't think they had cleaned the floor for a long time. So I don't know what's going to happen when I hit this with watercolor, but I'm going to try. Because I want kind of an oceany blue. Is it dog friendly? No. You'd have to have a service dog to be able to stay here with a dog. Come on. All right, so I'm going to go with this. Oh, that's not horrible. And I love that greeny kind of color. Well, this must be printed on nice paper because it's actually doing rather well. I don't want to do too much because I don't have a way to dry it. Well, I could go use the blow dryer. Oh, I cut my hair yesterday when we got here. That's kind of fun. I went to a Supercuts, my bangs cut because they were driving me crazy. I decided I can't grow my bangs out. And the Supercuts lady told me that she had time at 12 o'clock and we were there at 9 o'clock. So I'm like, okay, bye. Then I called a couple of places when we got over here to cut my bangs. And nope, they couldn't do it either. So I just took my little fancy guitar scissors and cut my bangs. Can you guys see this one dried? The watercolor one that I did dried on the wood. And it's just kind of stained now. But that's not the one we're using, so it's okay. That's what we're using. It's so pretty. We're going to glue this down. Getting a lot of glue on this because it's a big button. A lot of wood. Well, we'll hope that tomorrow we get a better connection. I'll go over a bit. Okay. And I don't know if it's dry enough, but I'm going to try. Because the blow dryer is far away. No. But it's a really pretty page. Let me find the blow dryer. What can you look at? You can look at this. Okay, well, hopefully that worked. Does anyone know how to see Lindsay on Facebook other than StreamYard? That's the only way. Today it's just the internet connection. It's not the StreamYard. It's just that I'm at a place in the middle of nowhere. So that's the deal there. Sorry, you guys. Sorry, it's just a bad connection day. And I'm almost done, so just giving this page a little bit of extra color. And I'll just share a photo of it. And if it seems like it's going to be bad again tomorrow, I'll just let Carmen do it. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I'll ask Carmen if she wants to do it. Denise says, tell everyone around to stay off the Wi-Fi. Well, that's hard. I don't think that would happen. There's like a young couple here that probably just got married, and they sat out on the deck all day yesterday that we were here, and both of them were on their phones the whole time. So don't think that would work. But they should be bringing our breakfast here in a few minutes, which is exciting. They do a really good job with their breakfasts. And we're going to go to Glass Beach today. We're going to go to our favorite brewery that does Scrimshaw beer. It's called Lost Coast. I think Lost Coast. There's a great art store in town we're going to go to. Well, I'm going to go. He'll have to go with me. It doubles as a kid's toy store, so it's pretty nice. Okay, almost done. You can watch, Sherry, you can't watch on Facebook because StreamYard is just a platform that I stream through so that it can go to YouTube and Facebook at the same time, but it's still on Facebook. If that makes sense. I'm going to do a little wave here. So it should be the same on Facebook as it is anywhere else because it's just a platform to stream through. Couple of waves here because I didn't put any waves and it's the ocean, even though that's not really a wave. One more color. Delft blue. It's a pretty color. No, I think one more. I lied. One more. It's almost the same as that other color. Okay, I think we're good. I'll take some pictures of this, you guys, so that you can see it without all the blurry. And apologies from me and the internet world for the blurry, but nothing I can do about it. It's beyond my control. Okay, there's the page. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I will take pictures of it and then you'll be able to see the photographs. So that's the deal for today. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll just ask Carmen to do this and you get Carmen tomorrow if she wants to. So I have no idea. All right, you guys, I'll see you. I love you. Have a great day. Okay, bye.